Whether we realize it or not, math concepts are woven into our lives every day, from buying groceries for the week to our daily commute. So here to highlight mathematics and the role it plays in our everyday life, we have Tim Flatley from the West Virginia Department of Education and Dr. Ashley Stevens from Cabell County Schools. Great to see you all.
Great to see you, and thank you for the invitation.
Yes. Well, let's start with you, Tim. Why is it so important for students to understand how math is important in their daily lives?
Great question.
Yeah.
As a high school math teacher, I heard, why is this important?
Exactly.
Why do we need to learn this? And so I think I like to reference neuroscientist David Sousa, and he talks about how when students are learning, they need to understand both why does this make sense,
right,
and what does it have to do with me? So that sense of meaning is so important, and so math is everywhere. It is all around us, and we all are capable of doing mathematics, and so it's really fun to try to find ways to make math relevant for students so they get excited about it.
And you're doing that. You have a series. Can you share some examples of what you are doing?
Sure, yes. We have a series called Common Factor, and what we did is we had mathematical habits of mind videos,
there it is.
And we highlighted 8 different locations in the state of West Virginia to highlight each one of those mathematical habits of mind. And I was able to interview a mayor in one of the episodes, a WVU football player in another episode. We highlighted Bridge Day at the New River Gorge Bridge, and we actually came here to Cabell County and did an interview about the construction of the Woody Williams Career and Technical Center.
Nice. Okay. And then I'm guessing that each one of these relate back to how math is important for these projects.
Absolutely.
That's great. Why is it, Tim, why is a strong understanding of math so useful for students in school?
Math is a beautiful language, and it progresses vertically in a way that we really need to attend to every grade level and every course as students progress through learning mathematics. And at the end of the day, mathematics sometimes is viewed as a gatekeeper when really we need to see it as an opportunity to open doors when we are great math students.
Especially after school. Talk about as students graduate and the need for being able to really master math.
That's awesome. Yes, it's so relevant and so important. And you know, I have the assistant superintendent and leader of our division, Clinton Birch, often shares with us when students enter school, we're preparing them for a job. And so we really want to emphasize the importance of knowing math. It doesn't matter what career path you may take, whether that's post-secondary into further education, whether that's going into the workforce right away, whether that's enlisting. All of those experiences that you had in school are going to help you have more success later on. And math plays a pivotal role in that because it is everywhere, it's all around us, and it's embedded in all of those fields and opportunities for students in their future.
It really is. So, Ashley, talk to us about how families can really support their students, because you know, a lot of students struggle in math.
Absolutely. So use the resources that are available to you, whether it's, you know, things that have been shared from the teacher. I know we have a lot of tutorials and kind of online resources, but also be willing to kind of be the student and ask for help, whether it's from your student. You know, when they get to explain it, it's a whole different level of learning.
Oh, yeah.
And I would encourage everybody to be positive and playful. I know when we hear math, some of us, especially in, you know, kind of the language side of the world, we're like, oh,
yes,
don't
even
let
as an
them
adult.
But understanding and accepting and kind of promoting the ways that math is great, is fun, is important, and does show up, I think is really important, because if our kids see that, you know, we sort of seize up and are not interested, they're going to feed off of that. So pointing it out in our daily lives, whether you're in the kitchen or you're crafting or you're, you know, planning a vacation, all those different times that we have to make calculations is really, really helpful, because they get to see it in a tangible way that still exists for you as an adult. It's not just a class assignment.
I like that. And maybe ask them, well, what would you do? Or help me, you know, figure this out. How many miles we're going on vacation? Or maybe you're doing a new craft project and you need some help. I like that idea. So, Tim, do you have any resources, especially for families?
We do. On our West Virginia Department of Education website, we have a Unite with Numeracy initiative, and on that page we have resources for families and guardians, and that includes some grade band resources. So we have resources for pre-K to grade 2, grades 3 through 5, grades 6 through 8, and grades 9 through 12. So we would encourage you to look at those, but then also lean into your teachers. Your teachers are really there to help you and support you, and so if they are able to share what the students are working on in class, there might be resources that they can lead you to as well.
I like this because for most of us parents, it's been a long time since we've done math, and maybe the way to do it has changed a little bit. So it's nice that you have these resources available.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, math has been around for a long time. We're learning more about how to best integrate the content and teach the content, so it makes sense to all students.
Yeah. Okay, any final reminders or resources that you want to make sure families are aware of?
There are ways to play with math in normal, everyday board games. And I know, Mr. Flatley, you've got a few of those ideas in mind. Do you care to share those?
Sure, yes. Card games, Uno, playing dominoes, using some dice to explore mathematics and numbers. It's fantastic to do that because math at school doesn't need to look exactly the same as math at home. And so if we can learn that math is fun and math can be playful, it's going to encourage students to be more interested and engage in math in a different way. And there's a lot of opportunities to learn. And so cooking, you know, quilting, I hear that you like to quilt. And so there's a lot of math involved in that. And so when we look for those opportunities, we can talk about the patterns that we see and the math and how it exists and ties into everyday activity at home.
Yeah, I like this, and it doesn't seem so intimidating when you have fun with it. Well, Tim and Dr. Stevens, thanks so much for stopping by and sharing all this information for families.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.